Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to Hieroglyphs e-learning. In last video, I have already shown you how to view the resource and find the specific resource in the resource window. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add the resource with the essential resource setting. Here I'm going to show you how to add the resource with the essential resource setting. In schedule development, the resource loading schedule is essential for end value analysis, cost control, and project evaluation with a performance measurement baseline. Resource loading schedule integrates resource, cost, and time schedule, so you can effectively control your project in aspect of time, resource, and cost. Adding each specific resource is not just simply adding resource into resource window. You need to set availability limit of resource, unit price in different time period, and a calendar to define working time and non-working time, and define the shifts for the specific resource to follow. Group the resource by various category type like resource type, resource code, primary role, and user-defined field. You can easily find a specific resource when assigning resource to a project. To enable you to manage your project efficiently, you have to have WBS and OBS, but you also should have the resource breakdown structure, which will be applied to the operation level in the activity. Use this information to produce the resource report. Analyze the resource allocation and adjust your detailed schedule to avoid over-allocation and the peaks and valleys of resource use. When you assign the resource, you have to define the primary resource in each activity. Primary resource in an activity is typically the resource who is responsible for coordinating the activity's work. The primary resource updates the activity's start date and finish date and expected finish date. In addition, primary resources are also responsible for editing the physical percentage complete. How to add a resource? In previous video, lesson 4, I have already shown you how to use the role to assign resource in schedule development in planning stage. Let me show you that I have assigned the role in the schedule here. Click Activity window. Click Icon Details to open Detail window. In the activity F01005, you can see I have assigned the role Mechanical Engineer to the activity in planning stage. Now I have had specific resource to replace the role. Before creating specific resource to replace the role, we have to check the role first. In the activity F01005, the role have assigned to the activity have role name Mechanical Engineer. To find Mechanical Engineer in role, click Enterprise click Row, click Display, click Filter By, click All Row. Press Ctrl, press F to open Find dialog. Write in Engineer. Click Find Next until you find Mechanical Engineer. Click Price and you can see it is $90 per hour. And click Limit and you can see the max unit time is 8 hours per day. The specific resource to replace row should have the similar price and the limit. What is the specific resource? The specific resource for the labor should have name and the title. We can use his working hours in his timesheet to update his actual units when we update the resource loading schedule. This is the most accurate actual working hours data connected with the payment. Now, let's start to create specific resource now. Before we add specific resource, we have to display all the resource in the resource window and view the resource in the hierarchy structure. Click Enterprise, click Resource, click Display, click Filter By, click All Resource to display all the resource in the resource window. Now I want to add the specific resource with the name of Oliver Burchard, and his title is Instrument Engineer. Click Display, click Column, click Customize, click General, click Title, and click Add to List. Click Apply and click OK. Click Header of Title to make display alphabetically in the title column. Then you can see there is one instrument engineer, but he is not Oliver Burchard. In order to add resource, we have to add it under the view of hierarchy structure. Now I have selected the instrument engineer row and keep it. Click Display, click Group and Sort By. Click Default to open the view of hierarchy structure. Now you can see Instrument Engineer is under Engineering. Before we add the resource, you have to decide whether you want to use Resource Wizard or not. Click Edit, click User Reference, click Assistance. If you want to use New Resource Wizard, take check in the box. The Resource Wizard will help you to add the information included on each tab in Resource Details step by step. If you do not use the wizard, this information also can be entered directly on each tab in the Resource Detail window. But if you are new for adding resource, I advise you to use the Resource Wizard. Using the Resource Wizard to add resource. Click Engineering, click Add, and a new resource wizard dialog appeared. Write in OB in resource ID. Write in Oliver Borchardt, then in resource name. Click Next. In resource type, select labor. Click Next. In price unit, in the role of mechanical engineer is $90 per hour. But for the instrument engineer, the price is $95 per hour. So write in $95 per hour. In default unit time, write in 8 hours per day. This should match to the calendar to be used by this specific resource. In maxed unit time, write in 10 hours per day. This is different from the one in the role of mechanical engineer. Click Next. It do not have to be filled. Click Next. Click Assign Role to open Assign Role dialog. Click Mechanical Engineer. Click Add. If he is the role who is responsible for this activity progress, cost, and report, select Primary Role. Click Next. Please notice there is existing calendar have been assigned to the specific resource. If you are happy with this calendar, you can click Select an existing calendar. But I advise you to select Create a new personal calendar for this specific resource. It should consider his annual vacation plan and a public holiday. Select Create a new personal calendar for the resource. Click Next. There is a calendar name with a resource name. Click View Edit. He has a vacation plan in August 2011 with 2 weeks between 19 August and 31st August. Select this period and click None Work. Please notice, click OK. Click Next. If you set the Auto Compute Actual for this resource, the module automatically updates actual units and the remaining units using the planned units refer to the data date and the activities % complete. I advise you do not use this option. Select Do not auto-compute actuals. Click Next. Click Finish. Click the left-right arrows to indent or audent a selected resource to denote its position in the hierarchy structure. Click the up-down arrows to move a selected resource up or down in the hierarchy structure. Review the resource detail. Now you can check the specific resource you add in the resource detail window. Click Resource window, click Display, click Detail to open Detail window. There's some information you need to be added in the Detail window. Click General tab. Click Title. Write in the Instrument Engineer. Click Detail tab. I have created a personal resource calendar for Oliver Burchard. This calendar assignment will be used for activity scheduling, tracking, and resource leveling. Check the box in Overtime Allowed. This mark enables the labor or non-labor resource to record overtime hours for activities in the timesheets. But for Oliver Burchard, the overtime is not allowed since he gets paid with the annual fixed payment. If he is a worker, the pay is based on hours. Overtime will be paid with 1.5 times. In this case, factor will be filled with 1.5. If the factor is right in, the resource price should equal to standard price multiply overtime factor. Select calculated cost from units. This selection indicates that any units change in the activity for this resource will have its cost recalculated whenever, including changing the estimate to complete for this activity. Default units per time. This number should not be more than max units per day. There are two options for you to select. One is showing with a percentage. Another is showing with a unit duration like 8 hours per day. I will show you how to set it in another tutorial. Here I select showing as units per duration. Click Units and Price. Use the Units and Price tab to specify available resource quantities for this specific resource, which is decided by your organization. The max units per time should be 8 hours per day for Oliver Burchard. Setting limits will help you quickly identify area of resource overload in the resource usage profiles after you assign the resource to project activities. Primavera uses different colors to represent limits and over-allocated units in histogram. Click Activity window. Click Resource Usage Profile. Click Display. Click Filter By. Click Current Project Resource. You can see there are two colors, red and green. Black line is the limit line. Red color represents the part of over-allocation. If I change the limit, the part of red color will be changed. I will demonstrate you in another tutorial. Price. For the price, Primavera provides you 5 options to make user-defined. How to use them, I will show you the detail in another tutorial. In order to fill the effective date, check the date in the schedule. Click Activity window. The earliest activity for Instrument Engineer is F10005. The start date is 11 August 2011. Click the column of effective date. Select 11 August 2011. Standard rate is the one of the 5 options. If you change the price, the module automatically adjusts the resource cost for its assigned activity to reflect the price change for a different time period. If I was informed that Oliver Burchard's salary will be adjusted from $90 to $95 per day after 1st January 2012, I have to add this change. Click Add, click Effective Date, change to 1st January 2012. Click the standard rate, change 95 to 98. Click Row. Since Oliver Burchard is the primary resource for the activity F10005, he is at the expert level. Click Proficiency. Click Expert. Click Activity window. Now we can use specific resource to replace the role. Click Resource ID Name to open Select Resource ID Name dialog. Click Display. Click All Resources. Press Ctrl and press F to open Find dialog. Write in OB. Click Find Next. Click Add. There is a confirmation dialog appeared to confirm whether you want to use the price of specific resource to replace the price of row. Click Yes to replace. Another confirmation for you to confirm the default unit time in specific resource is 8 hours per day. Click Yes. And the price also changed. Calendar also changed. So the replacement is completed. This is the end of this tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also, please visit my other tutorials regarding to the Primavera P6 learning. In next video, I will show you how to make essential setting in the resource and also assign the resource. See you next time.